Well, welcome back to the channel. Today we're at Terminus pool. I think that's how you pronounce it. You come to Winsford across from the marina straight down New Road, and what you're looking for is these gates here. And straight opposite, which you can easily miss, is the car park. The Terminus is a fishing pool, and then there's a country walk that way, which we'll have a look at in a minute. We'll walk through here. It's Winsford and district anglers, which apparently is quite easy to join, and they do encourage people. So it's a short walk, and the wildlife's going mad here. So it's fairly early in the morning, sort of 8:45ish. Miserable godforsaken day. I don't know if you can hear it, the birds of all sorts. So it's only a short walk towards the pool. A little bit muddy when we get to this section. That being a bit of an understatement, but we shall do our best. And there's the pool. And there's another pool. So it's two pools. And there's supposed to be a lot of fish in here from rudd and all sorts. There's supposed to be carp as well. It's supposed to be quite well stocked. So if you're a fisherman, this could be the place to come, and I think you can get, it's fairly easy to join the angling club. And you can hear the birds, there's wildlife around. So it is a bit muddy, but just seeing if you can see any sign. Yeah, there's signs of fish there. Well, you can see that on video. If you're a fisherman, nice little private sort of place to come. As you walk past the pool, there's more sort of country walks up that way, but we are going to go back along the main country walk. There's a lot of reeds here. A car red light, should you happen to want a car red light. So when I'm here today, it is muddy, but probably not like this all the time. I'm back at the car park, and we're going out the other side of the car park now to this country walk. And it's a little bit mysterious, this, because it does connect you to Whitegate Way. Now we have done Whitegate Way from Whitegate, but we didn't actually get all the way to Winsford. Now on some maps this shows as Whitegate, but It's open to debate because the actual main path to Whitegate, if you like, is further down this road. Well, we won't worry about the name. It's a nice country walk with lots of wildlife. And steep sides if you've got a dog and can run up there. It's like many of these other walks, it's nice and cool on a hot day because you've got all these trees. It's a bit sheltered if it's a miserable godforsaken day like today. The paths are not brilliant. Probably with the wheelchair you could just about make it. And it's winter, you got some ice, pop across the road and get some rock salt. This is the rock salt mine, would you call it a mine? Where they get all the rock salt from anyway, thousands, if not millions of tons of rock salt. Well, the trees are not in the best condition. Everywhere you look there's a lot of dead, dying and fallen trees. And you have got a view through the trees, if we can see it, of the rock salt and the river over the other side. It's ideal if you're a cyclist because you can cycle here and eventually it joins Whitegate Walk. If this isn't Whitegate Walk, we'll come in the back of some of the companies down the new road. And it's really steep up there. It's good exercise for dogs to throw a ball up there. So possibly in a summer, spring day this would be alright. The actual path is okay for wheelchairs. Well, obviously what's happened is there's a lot of leaves on the ground which are making it sort of muddy either side, but the actual middle bits in a reasonable condition if you're a cyclist or in a wheelchair. Well, as you get a bit further the path does start to rise a bit here. I should come on to the waterworks at any time. So this is where it gets a bit strange because you've got another path there. We're talking to a local and he thinks this is Whitegate Way. I ain't going to argue whether it is or it isn't. It's just a nice walk. We did see there's a little path goes up there which apparently just goes to empty field. So we're coming onto the waterworks here. See, the thing is that by the fishing pool it says a country walk, but it doesn't mention Whitegate Way. Well, here it does. To me this is the start of Whitegate Way because that's what it says, it's Whitegate Way. No motorbikes or quads. Cheshire West and Chester Council. So I don't know whether we can see on the map. We're there, it's a filthy map. And you can go all the way to Delemere Forest. Lovely signs if you could actually read them. So we're now literally breaking his necks on the Whitegate way. Still more rock salt on the right there. It is a bit worse, the path here. There's a funny wall, I just wonder what that was at some point. Because most of these walks are originally train tracks. So quite a big brick structure there. And it is a bit muddy here. Again, if you're in a wheelchair, you would struggle on this bit. Of course, if you watch this in spring or summer, it might be perfectly beautiful. And how many, it must be billions, if not trillions of tons of rock salt. It does get a bit more woody as we walk on. From the car park to here has been about 2,000, just over 2,000 steps. So if you wanted a fairly short walk with the dog, you could just come to the end of this bit. If you wanted a further walk, you can do the whole Whitegate way. And you could end up in Delemere Forest if you wanted, goes that far. And if you look on the channel, we have done Whitegate way from Whitegate station towards Winsford, so you can get a good view of what the walk is. Yeah, I've got the option here of a walk. If you get to the end, come off and go down to the River Weaver, walk back to Winsford and back to the car park there, because the car park's not that far from the marina. So you've got lots of options depending on your ability and what you want to do. We've seen about, well, one person we spoke to and there's one runner, so it's a nice peaceful get out in nature type of walk. You haven't got thousands of people disturbing you and what have you. Well, we've come to the end of this bit of road and we've come to a junction. See, I'm just looking at the sign. I can't read it. Winsford that way. So it's not saying it's the Whitegate way. Whitegate station, and it's actually pointing over there, but it's not, it's actually up there. Well, if you go down that way, that does bring you back to the river. So you have got that option of then crossing over the road to the river and back to Winsford. So we'll walk a bit further on the official Whitegate way now. There's So this is from the other side because we didn't get all this way. It's a fair old trek. Even to Whitegate station it's a fair trek. The amount today is Sunday the 29th of December. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'll be 77 years old, so 77 years just young. I'm still a bloody idiot walking about on a cold bloody morning. So this is the actual Whitegate way. Well, we have got some joggers coming this way with the dog. A nice place to jog. There's plenty to explore off, but I wouldn't fancy sort of getting down there. It's very steep sides. But if you've got the old dog will probably love running down there. You might end up with a very black dog when you get home, but nevertheless. All these places we go, there's always somewhere off it to explore, so there is a public footpath that goes along that way as well. So you're just out for a good walk and it's a nice day, unlike this morning which is bloody cold. There is other places to explore. Again, the path's that side, it's pretty steep, but the dog would do some good running up and down, it strengthens them. And a bit of water for them get wet in and have a paddle in. Probably not on a winter's morning like this morning, but on a hot summer's day. You can imagine all these leaves in tree, all these trees in leaf. It will be nice and cool. It's very sandy as well. If you look there, it all seems to be very sandy. Two runners coming back. They've soon got to Winsford and back. You've got a bird there, I don't know if I can spot him. You know, typical birds, as soon as you point a camera at them, they go. Now we've now reached a junction where there's a little path here and another walk up that way to Cat's Clough Crossing Cottage. Try saying that when you had a couple of pints. So I think that's as far as we'll go because we've done most of the rest. Judging by the sign, so it's 2.9 kilometres to the station where we did the other video. Well, most people who watch this have thought Crewe, Nantwich, Shavington, Worcestershire, Williston will probably come from Winsford end as opposed to Whitegate end. And that bird's come back again, but I bet he won't stay still. So I'm not sure what this actual path is, but we'll turn round and head back. So there's another sort of walk down there if you wanted to explore. I've got a sign here. Professional grooming services, a full groom. So up to this point it's been about 4,000 steps. So it's going to be 10,000 steps back to the time we got back to the car park. And the birds are starting to wake up a bit now. It's just strange that the car park was absolutely chattering away all sorts of birds. Again, you see, probably with the wheelchair you could actually do it. It does have these muddy bits, but 99% of the path is okay. And if you're a cyclist, it's a good cycle from Winsford to Whitegate to Delemere Forest if you wanted. So that's another video. Well, we're back at the start now, and just show you the car park, because there's plenty of parking here, so that's a good thing. There is another little pond, lake, whatever you want to call it here, and a very strange colour, presumably that's rock salt or something coming across. Quite a big car park, get a fair few cars on the car park, and it's free. That's got to be a bloody good thing, hasn't it, for a start? So come and check it out. So this one spot seems to be full of wildlife, more so than the rest of the walk. I was rubbing there until I put my camera on him and then he disappeared. Well, the birds do tend to sort of lie in the morning and don't get up till sort of mid-morning a lot of the time.